All right, there are some to-dos that I'm going to do. I'm going to do some to-dos. And the first thing is I have to get a syllabus made for you, which I have not done, I apologize. For my weekly syllabus, which this week has been kind of a crazy week. So the syllabus will be 2 weeks. It'll be for 2 weeks, a 2-week syllabus. The second thing is I want to make sure I'm communicating correctly that all work needs to be turned in. Either, see what I'm saying? Just it makes no sense. Either by hand or online. So that has to get done for you. This is a you thing. This is a me thing. All right. I have to grade your quizzes. This is a we thing. My assistants and I will get that done by Friday. You should have all your quizzes graded. I'll see you tomorrow. You have a test 1 week from tomorrow. You like to pass things out. Why don't you and Wiki get up and pass these 2 things out? There's 2 things up here, one in each of you. Thank you. This is a study guide I'm passing out now. It's a study guide for the test, so there'll be. I would, so you know what's going on. I would. Wookie, I said it right? Well, Willie. See, I told you I wasn't pronouncing it correctly. You said not. Help her pass this out.
No, that's not what happened.
Okay.
I told you was wrong. He didn't even know you was talking about him. I had to tell him.
Okay, but my point is, I told you I knew his name, but I couldn't pronounce it right, and you made me say it. Okay, each of you pass one of each of those to everybody in the room.
Practice makes perfect.
Okay, all right, whatever. So, what I would say for the next 2 weeks, or rather for the next week. Yeah, I would write this down so you know what to expect from me and what you need to expect from yourself. So you have a test 1 week from tomorrow, and the test is going to be a 2-parter, 2 parts. It's on a Thursday, so it's going to be it's going to have an experimental design. So that's a chapter 1 thing. And it's going to have a chemistry of life. So there's 2 parts to this test. You have to have the expectation. Why is it? You have to have the expectation that the test is going to be the entire period, the entire block. Now, that's a long time. So it's a Thursday, so you have to expect, it depends on which direction I go. If I decide to do one, what we call free response question, one FRQ, then you're likely going to get something between 20 to 25 multiple choice questions. The FRQ is similar to an essay, except the essay is broken up into sections, so you'll have to answer a bunch of different sections. I'm sorry, not one FRQ, there's 2 FRQs. If you have 2 FRQs, then I would expect anywhere from 20 to 25 questions. If there's only one FRQ, there's going to be something like 25 to 40 questions, multiple choice questions. So it depends on what I decide to do with the test design, and that'll be sometime this weekend. I'll have it written, and I'll have more information for you on Monday. I will print it, and I will ask the upperclassmen, my AP Bio kids and others, to give me some feedback on whether they think it's fair. Okay? Yes? Is that a yes? I understand. Is that I'm not going to listen to you until something bad happens? Okay, yes, I understand. Okay. All right, so the test is in 1 week from tomorrow, and there's 2 parts, and you know what all that's about. And you have 2 study guides. You have 2 study guides in front of you. One talks about what the essential knowledge is. They talk about essential knowledge. So make sure that when you're talking about essential knowledge, you know this information, because you can bet your bottom dollar that you're going to get some multiple choice questions based on the essential knowledge. It's in front of you. It's in a table. I'm not going to go over each of those steps. If there's questions on here, you don't know what's going on, what would you do? Come ask me. Ask me in class. Ask me after school. Ask me a Thursday morning, Friday morning, before the test. Do not wait till after the test. By the way, reading chapter 1 and chapter 6 would help a lot. Taking notes would help even more. Turning it in would be the best. Did you hear the sarcasm? No? Okay, just trying to practice that. So essential knowledge. The other part of the study guide, of this double study guide I gave you, was an outline of biomolecules, which we're going to continue to go over. You should be able to answer all the questions on that outline, and you should be able to identify all the different biomolecules on that outline. You can expect that you will get exams. Your exam questions will come from that outline. That would be for the chemistry of life. Now, for the experimental design, I will, again, chapter 1, that's the scientific method and all the rest. I will produce a third, actually, study guide that should help you ease some of your concerns about what's on the test. Okay? And I'll produce that and also get it to you, hand it to you and post it. Fair? Do y'all feel comfortable that with this plan? Anybody have any concerns? Could someone close the door? How'd you feel about the quiz today? It was what I told you, right?
Yes. I just forgot something.
Yeah, forgot some stuff. That's going to happen. But even if you messed up one question, you still got a 90. If you messed up 2 questions, still an 80. And it's 1 quiz out of many, all right? But all the questions I told you were coming, right? There was no surprise on the quiz?
Everything you talked about.
All right, excellent. Yes, that's one of my big concerns. That's most of the test, yeah. If there's anything extra, we'll talk next week as we go along, and we're going to take notes. What you want to use is your binder, your notes you took in the chapter, the notes you took in class. This is just an enhancement. This is a clarification. This is answering the question that so many of you asked me. What's important? What's on the test? Okay? So that's why I give you these study guides. They're literally to help you guide your studies. Okay. And since there's no other questions, why don't we go on then?